Okay, let's get everybody up and there we go. There we go. There we go. Welcome everyone. Another day. Another day. And we're gonna have some more fun with this game. And we're kind of waiting for D4 Season 11 to see if it's gonna be worth the hype or not. There we go. All right. Might sound a little bit different today, maybe even look a little bit different in this room because we have our office door open, which normally we don't. And that's because the dog really doesn't want to be in here today. So that's fine. All right, here we go. Here we go. I broke this build yesterday, and now I'm struggling. Really been struggling to get it back to where it was. Ow.
It is not ready yet. That ability is not yet recharged.
Come on. Ah, there's one more north too. I see it. That hurt.
I must wait to use that ability.
All right, we got another one on this side.
That ability is not yet recharged.
Okay. Oh, my cooldowns are way too long.
It is not ready yet.
Ow. Okay. There we go. Good way to start it off. All right. That was a good way to start it. Awesome, awesome, awesome. What are we doing here?
What was that?
That would be
Who?
Urzel is the ancient.
So it appears.
Brazil. Gotcha. Return to the Survivors Enclave. So we can just do it this way. Oh, I didn't want to do that, though, you dork.
I am returning to town. The sliver is changing. Balthiel is altering the Black Soul Stone.
Exactly. He's been gathering strength from the souls of Westmarch in order to alter the stone. Yet his purpose still eludes me.
He's killing everyone. What more do you need to know?
If we are to stop him, we need to know what he plans to do next.
I forgot so much of this story. It's been such a long time since I played this game.
He will die. Where is he?
All I know is that he is in a tower somewhere in the Westmarch Heights, and that he will be quite rude to you. Before you set out to kill him, you should stop by my cart. I can enchant some items for you.
I don't need your enchant, okay? Oh, wait. What do we got here? Make sure we got room to even do what we're gonna do. Okay, we do. Okay. Let's roll.
I must wait to use that ability.
I'm gonna have to do something to shorten down my cooldowns, it looks like, and I don't want to stand in those very long. And ow and ow. There it is again.
That ability is not yet recharged.
It hurts.
It is not ready yet.
I broke my build yesterday and I have not been able to recover from it, and it was something silly that I did, and it's been rough because I had the perfect piece and I broke it.
It is not yet recharged.
So we're kind of paying the price a little bit here. We were just rolling through this stuff, but no more. That's all right. We're still surviving.
I must wait to use that ability. That ability is not yet recharged.
Oh, here we go.
It is not ready yet.
Oh, you're a tough little bugger, huh? There you go. Okay. The grind, it's just, yeah, it's going. This is the new season of Diablo 3, yes.
To ash if these fighters are not stopped.
Reaper of Souls. This is the new season. We're playing it really just kind of waiting for season 11 and D4. So we can get that started. A little disappointed that they delayed the release of it, but I think that's because they're gonna tell us that they're putting the Paladin out early and that the Paladin's coming on season 11. We'll see. I think that's what the announcement's gonna be about tonight. And the reason they're doing that, trust me, they're doing it because the DLC was supposed to be released for Christmas, and it's not going to make it. It's not going to be available until more like April, maybe a little earlier. But anyway, and with all the really bad reviews they got on the PTR, I think it's a smart move to release the Paladin in season 11, because season 11 was destined to fail if they don't do something. First day the season dropped, yeah. Yeah, it doesn't take long. If you really dedicate some time, you can level pretty fast. I've been playing pretty casual just because I forgot the story. It's been such a long time since I played this. I mean, now it's what, season 37? I haven't played forever. So it's been kind of enjoyable again. I'm glad I'm old man and I forgot the story. Because it kind of made it refreshing again.
I must wait to use that ability.
What's up, Heartless? Good to hear you. Yo, bro, so the wife is sending that package to you today. personally, to be honest with you, I personally don't think it's going to fix the problem, because usually the problem you're experiencing on your laptop is usually due to a corrupted.
I must wait.
There's an area that's corrupted, and it's affecting your drivers, and usually it affects the USB drivers too. But we'll see. Hopefully it fixes it. If it doesn't, then we'll go to the next step, and I'll have to have you send it to me, and I'll repair it and send it back to you, because it's actually a very quick repair, but you just got to know what you're doing. Now, hopefully, maybe this will work. I'm hoping it will.
I must wait to use that ability.
If it doesn't, either way, I don't want this device back. My wife is like, "Oh, thank God you found somebody that wants your stupid stuff." I have so much computer stuff around, bro. It's unbelievable. You know, and I always tell her, this is valuable stuff. Someday I might need it when something breaks. It might be useful to keep, but I understand her point of view too.
That ability is not yet recharged.
Yeah, same thing. I do the same. Dropped the game after a couple weeks into the season for D2 instead. Yeah, D2 is a fun game. D2 is probably, it gives me the PoE vibes. I'm sorry, go ahead, Heartless. I was listening.
I can't do that. My injuries are too severe.
Yeah, computers are actually way easier than all of the stuff you just named, because it's so modular today. Now, not so much a laptop. A laptop is a little bit finickier. You just got to be a lot more careful. The pieces are a lot more proprietary, but like a desktop, dude, I mean, they're cake. Oh, okay. Yeah, that was, he probably lost them because they're very little, and it probably rolled off the table or something, and he couldn't find them. I'm sure he didn't do it on purpose, you know.
It is not ready yet.
Well, that's too bad though that he didn't just mail them to you, because that would have been like you could have put those in an envelope, and it would have been just fine. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, don't worry about it. And even you could even just put a piece of clear packing tape, you know, a little tiny piece to hold it together, it'd be fine. But yeah, I'm not worried about it. And you had the problem before you replaced the battery, right? Okay, good. So, because I wanted. Nah, it's a pretty common. Well, it's not common, but it's what you're having is an issue I've seen before, and so have a lot of other people. So, like I said, that device that I sent you, that might work, and it's a little tiny device, and it just goes in your USB. You'll see it's so easy, and it's got a little disc, a little tiny. It's not a full size. It's one of those little discs that you can put in any type of disc player with your laptop. You're gonna load. You may not even need the drivers, but I think you will. You can try it first and see if it just sees it and starts working. You have Wi-Fi in your house, right? Okay, perfect. That's all it's going to do. It's going to connect to your Wi-Fi, and it's going to try to use your USB port to go to the internet. And if it still cuts off with time, then it's exactly the problem that I think it is. It's just, you just got drivers that are all corrupted, and you can't stay on long enough to update them. What I'll do if you send it to me is I'm just going to totally install a whole brand new, you know, I'm going to ask you, do you want Windows 11 or do you want Windows 10? Because I got them both. And we'll just do a fresh install. I don't really, I mean, Windows 11 is a little more taxing, but it's what everything is upgrading to now. So you're kind of like screwed if you don't. What I'll do is I'll try 11 because 11 I like 11. And since it's a dual core, it should work. But we'll see. Either way, I mean, if it doesn't work, I can just redo it and go back to 10. For me, it's super simple. I mean, it's quick. Oh, he just killed me. That's the first time I died. Urziel just killed me. Yeah. I forgot he's a bad mamma jamma. Well, that hurt. That's the first time I've died. When you die, you were given a choice where to revive. See? First time I've seen this. That's, you know, because I broke my build, and I broke it bad, dude. And nothing. I've lost all the damage I was doing. It just, son of a gun. Now I have to decide, do I want to go back in there and die again? Or do I want to go and figure out what I need to change? Because my skills are all screwed up. Man, that blows. What do we want to do here? Probably. This is Diablo 3, the new season, Reaper of the Souls. Yeah, this is Diablo 3, the new season, Reaper of Souls. This new season just started a week ago, maybe a little long, maybe a couple weeks ago. All right, I gotta fix this. This is the one I broke right here, and this is the one that was just destroying everything, and I really broke it.
Can be of much help. I dress simply and put little thought into it.
You are too modest.
This is what we were using, but we were using it with an armor piece that was. I do play D4. Yes, I do. Yep. Season 11. I did the season 11 PTR. Didn't like it. Hated it. But they've made some changes, and I think we're going to see a paladin. I think we're going to see the paladin come out. That's why they delayed the release until from the 9th now till the 11th. They'll be making. I think the announcement is tonight. And yeah, I think you're going to see the paladin come into the picture because the DLC that they wanted for Christmas has been delayed, and we'll go back to that. I don't know if it's going to. And just a lot of different things are happening now with season 11 that I don't think they expected it to begin with. There's additional damage in a line. Okay, I like that. And yeah. And from was made biker. I don't know why my wife did it that way. I guess because when I wrote down the address, I just wrote Heartless and I wrote your address down, and she just took everything and put it in there. When I seen it, I was like, "Why'd you do that?" And she's like, "What does it matter?" She's like, "It doesn't matter." And I'm like, "Okay, I guess you're right." She goes, "As long as the address is right, he'll get it." I don't know if we're going to have to find all the. I know Renown is going to be changing. What's up, Arcos? But yeah, I don't know if we're going to have to. I hope we're not going to find all the altars again. I hope not. I mean, oh, Lord. That was the biggest pain of ever. I think we're going to have to change that. I hate to do it, but I think we're going to have to. I need something that I can move. Sweeping wind sucks too. And it uses a lot of spirit. So maybe what we'll do is we'll put that there. Alright. Dashing strike. It's not going to let me do it that way, is it? I got to do it like this. Oh, with your necro? Okay, let's see. Dashing strike. Last enemy you dash through is obliterated with the oh. Gain increased attack speed. I've never done a monk in this game before, so this has been interesting. And right now my build kind of sucks. Not kind of. It does suck. I broke it real bad. Man, I lost it. I don't know what the hell. And now when I use it, like I just turned it back on here. When you'll see it times out super fast. And what I had before, it stayed on all the time, and I don't know how I did it. And I broke it.
Soon, demons.
That right there, that is what was killing everything yesterday. And now see how it left, it's gone. It doesn't refresh anymore. Yes, it was a legendary piece I had on, and I broke it like a dumbass, and now I'm paying the price. Yeah, now it just phases like that. I gotta trigger it again, and it's got a major cooldown too. And I didn't have any of that yesterday. This thing was just obliterating everything. Oh, I can't get out of it. That's what took me down last time too. I just can't get out of that. That's so fast that my dude is so slow. Yeah, I'm gonna revive in town. I need to do some fixes. I'll show you. He just, as soon as that fire pops on the ground, he's the first time I've died is with him in this whole game. So, I mean, really, what you care about here, this is probably going to be too confusing, but so you want dexterity like crazy. And dexterity is going to increase your damage. It's going to increase your armor. It's going to do all this different stuff. But then just trying to get these other elements are a pain in the ass. So I guess I'm hurting losing that piece. Dashing strike. And if I knew where I got that piece before, I'd go back there and get it. Yeah, that's what I thought it was. It was the bracers. And I'm like, man, I really screwed that deal up. And what sucks is normally when I do something like that, I don't break it. I don't salvage it. I put it on one of my other idiots here. I hate to say that, and I didn't. And for some reason, I broke it. And I don't know when. But yeah, I definitely broke it. It blows. Been playing book for 37 seasons. Yeah, I don't need no help, bro. Thank you though for the offer. I'm just dicking around till Thursday when season 11 hits for D4, to be honest. But what do I need to do here? What am I looking for? All right, where is this chick? I didn't even give her any jewels. Oh, I guess I gave some. I'm playing kind of half-assed, to be honest with you. Oh, okay. So what do you need here? Increases damage against elites. Yeah, you can have that. That's fine with me. I don't care. All right. I don't know why I gave you a two-handed sword. Kind of interesting. All right. Yeah, right. That Redskin stuff behind me is of huge value. I've got a lot of Redskin stuff. That's just a couple pieces that are sitting there that you see. But I'm actually, since a kid, I've been a Redskins collector. And when they changed their name to Commanders, I was absolutely disappointed. And I knew right then and there that everything that I have with Redskins on it is going to be worth some money someday. Dexterity, 329 dexterity. Reduces cooldown. Oh, I need that. Life after kill, but yeah, that little helmet back there's got gumballs in it. Yeah. You put a quarter in it or a penny or whatever, a nickel, I forget what it is, and it gives you a gumball. But I mean, I have a Redskins jersey. When I was a little boy, I was a huge Sonny Jurgensen fan. And Sonny Jurgensen was a quarterback. A lot of people would say he reminded a lot of people of what do you call a Terry Bradshaw before Terry Bradshaw. But anyway, when I was a kid, I was constantly wearing his jersey around, and so I have a lot of his memorabilia.
I have some good news for you, Cormac.
And what, pray, is that?
Westmarch is recovering. You can stop being so miserable. Or at least return to your normal level of misery.
Cowboys, Troy Aikman, yeah.
I'm just thinking.
Oh dear.
Oh, really?
Worse. This is serious, isn't it?
Hopefully she saved it. Yep, that'll be worth some money. She's smart to put that in a safe for sure. Because that will for sure be worth some bucks. Yeah, that's funny. Thorns, damn it. That's funny. Yeah. 10% for Mystic. Okay, there's that's gonna help a little, but that's still not what it was. So let's see. Increases spirit regeneration, but we lose dexterity. 66. Reduces cooldown of all skills. There's another. Oh. Okay. Health globes and potions, dexterity, vitality. Oh, I'm not gonna switch. I want to, but I'm not. Rare staff. Cooldown of all skills again. Okay. Dashing strike. This is actually a better piece, but man, if I really like this Mystic Alley damage, so I think we're gonna just wait on that piece. Increases Mystic Alley. Cool. Cold skills. Actually, just cost by 4%. Poison resistance, vitality, dexterity. Well, okay. We're just gonna leave it. Probably shouldn't have, but we are. And okay, let's go. It's good enough. We're gonna die again anyway, I think. I think we're gonna die again. Let's see. Let's go find out if we lost our. There we go. This dude, he's just a bad Son of a gun.
Soon demons spawn like you will be gone forever.
The eternal conflict may come to an end. But today, not that. I must wait to use that ability.
I actually gotta somehow try to fight him from a distance because he's just a bad mamma jamma, man. Okay, now that cooldown's gonna go for a while. Get out of that. Ow!
The demons
Stunned me.
shall perish in flames.
Stunned, stunned, and stunned. There's that big burst right there.
It is not ready yet.
I can freeze him, but I just can't hold him there. Okay, get ready. Get ready, get ready, get ready, right now.
That ability is not yet recharged.
Run, homie, run.
It is not ready yet.
All right, run. Cause I'm on fire.
I must wait to use that ability.
Run and run and run and run and run. Run. No more potions. So I have to be wise here. How do we want to do this? Go here.
To ask is impossible.
All right, get out of there. Ow! You little booger.
That ability is not yet recharged.
Got him. Yeah. Well, we had to do a little bit of changing around to make that happen, which kind of sucked, but we got him. I just forgot how bad of a big booger he is, man.
I will bring an end to conflict. In death there is peace.
Yeah, if you fight him up close, you try to face tank him, you're dead. Or you've got like through the roof fire resistance, because when he throws that fire on the ground, that big, not the normal fire, but that huge burst that fills up the whole room, it knocks you down bad. Well, we survived.
Urzael is dead, and the Reaper's hold on this.
Yeah, you definitely got to range fight him for sure.
With our time.
That strange woman we brought here believes she can help. She insisted on speaking with you immediately.
Cheldo, I know how to.
That does not.
There is only one.
Adria.
It's been such a long time. Been such a long time since I played this game. I didn't remember any of that fight, to be quite honest.
You're not going anywhere without me.
Yeah, I don't know a lot about this game, to be quite honest with you, because I only did, I want to say maybe 1 or 2 playthroughs years ago. Years ago.
Lorath and I now go to the.
We hid the black
Yeah, long
soulstone in the
time.
deepest part of the Nephilim ruins nearby. Thought it would be safe, but Malthael found it all the same.
Yeah, I haven't played Diablo 2 forever either. I did start it up the other day, well, a few weeks back, because of the resurrection stuff, and I was kind of disappointed. I was like, there wasn't enough that would bring me back in. You know, I liked the game back in the day, but in today's world, I'm like, I'd rather just go play PoE then, because Diablo 2 gives me the PoE vibes, because, you know, that's the developers came from there.
It has become twisted and sick, just like someone we once knew.
It's this right here. It's the Mystic Alley. And then what I do is I'm using that ruin. There's no way it's, and I'm just gonna have to stumble on the item, or I'm gonna have to create it myself. Which I'm not worried about, bro. I'm gonna play this game for what, 2 more days? No, not even 1 more day. This is season 37. There's probably not much published about it right now, though.
Looks like we'll have to find another way into the ruins. What was that?
Oh yeah, icy veins.
That ability is not yet recharged.
I think the piece that I got rid of was my shoulders. I'm sorry, bracers, not shoulders, bracers. I think it was a wrist piece. But honestly, I don't remember. But for me, I'm going, you know what? It's okay. I'm just gonna do something else with it then, and that's that's how I'll roll until season 11. Because like he's still a badass right now. It's just that one boss was bad.
Stones are useless to most, but will reveal the correct path for anyone such as yourself.
You won't escape this time, Adria.
Remember to get the information you need before you...
I know what I'm going to do.
Well, that's not very reassuring.
I must wait to use that ability.
Already it's doing better because I've shortened the cooldown a little bit, but not enough to where it was.
That ability is not yet recharged.
Oh, that's gonna hurt.
I must wait to use that ability. It is not ready yet.
Yeah, well, like I said, I think it's kind of screwed up, but
I will not do that.
and I didn't like it. I didn't like the new masterworking and tempering system, but maybe they changed it because I don't remember you being able to do that in the PTR. So maybe that's a new. Okay. Because before, you know, they made it unbreakable, which was stupid. It was like, I was like, what are you guys doing? That's just doesn't make sense. But I did read that they fixed that problem. I think, like I said, isn't that an announcement tonight about? Yeah, I think it's going to be about the Paladin. I think they're gonna release the Paladin and tell us. I think it really hurt them that the DLC got behind, and they're not going to have it available at Christmas. So they're like, oh shit, season 11's got some pretty bad PTR reviews. Maybe we better do something. And releasing the Paladin is super smart. I'm surprised they picked the Paladin because since it was all slated for the DLC, you know, and that means they're gonna have to be doing a little bit of rewrite for the DLC because obviously they're still gonna try to release a new class. Might be interesting to see what they release. I've read Monk and I've read Death Knight.
I will not do that.
Right, which guess what? What's a paladin? Holy. So divine intervention makes sense. You're gonna make it, you know.
I must wait.
Paladin / Crusader, exactly. So that's cool. I'm glad to see that. So now they finally came out and said it, huh? Okay, well, that's perfect then. That's good to hear.
That ability is not yet recharged.
Oh wait, so that's somebody that's still going by the metadata that's in there, and Again, I think that's probably going to be accurate, but you got to be careful with it because a lot of that metadata was written for the DLC. So, I mean, but I agree. I think it's going to be Paladin. They got to do something. They're in trouble.
That ability is not yet recharged.
So I wonder, it's going to be interesting to see what they do. Are they releasing the Paladin on day one? Or, yeah, it's going to be interesting. Because I read that the DLC is going to let you go up to level 70. And that it's now gotten pushed out. So,
What you ask is impossible.
oh, I'm sure that's what it is. Paladin will be announced, and why do I keep wanting to go in here? Is this use the default guys? Find the passage to the ruins. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, it's probably gonna be a Paladin. It's gonna be an interesting. It's gonna be interesting because now it changes everything. Because now I'm like, okay, well, I guess I'll be creating a Paladin and playing that first before I do any other alt. I was kind of just gonna go with. I was thinking either a Druid or another Sorcerer, but I guess I'll start with a Paladin.
Has raised me to new heights. I must wait to use that ability.
Whoa, whoa. Whoa, that sounds like they're... Okay, I wonder what's going on. That's interesting. Bit of information. Is that... Yeah.
That ability is not yet recharged.
So wait a minute. Are you telling me... Hello, Jonathan. You're telling me that it's already released in Asia and there's secret content that they're not allowed to reveal?
What you ask is impossible.
What the hell is going on, man? That's pretty weird. I don't understand. First of all, why did the Asian countries get it earlier than us? I don't understand. On the 12th. Oh, that's 3 days for... Oh, well, they're not getting it earlier than us. They're getting it at the same time. All right. Secret content. So that's weird. I don't understand that. Yeah, that's crazy. That's very strange. Huh. New secret content, which the whole shield thing doesn't make, is like, who cares? Why is that? I wonder why that's a big deal. I would rather that. Yeah, I don't really. Interesting. You're gonna see a lot of Paladin builds coming out. That's for sure. You're gonna see a lot of Judgment, a lot of holy, hammer builds. I can see. It's gonna be interesting. Oh, maybe you're right. Those type of buffs for the sorcerer shields, and there's others that use those type of shields too. Yeah, the bulwark. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see what's gonna happen. I hated season 11 PTR. I wasn't shy about it. I made it very clear that it was a terrible disaster. But they've made so many changes to it since then, because I wasn't the only guy that was saying, hey, this is really a mess. I mean, bro, I got to level 60 in under 2 hours on the PTR. And I'm like, come on, guys, what is this? I mean, I'm going to be done playing this game in 4 days. They fixed that. That was a big complaint of everybody's was what build. I don't know. Because the Paladin is going to be a brand new class in season 11. It sounds like. I don't know what build I'll do, but it definitely changes what I was going to do. I was gonna start off with like either a druid or a sorcerer again, but if it's true that the Paladin is going to be part of season 11, first of all, let's say this. Any new class will be OP because they want you to play it. So they're going to make it OP. You're going to have a lot of fun with it. I'll start off with a Paladin. For sure. I might go with the Sorcerer after that because I really do enjoy playing Sorcerer every season. But Druid also is a lot of fun. Now, Barbarian's my favorite, but I'm gotten really bored with it, honestly. And it might be interesting to play this season, though, because it got a lot of buffs. Yeah, it got some big freaking buffs this season coming up.
It is not ready yet.
Yeah, Cliptus is going crazy. You know, he's serious Barbarian lover. I mean, I love Barbarian as my favorite class, but holy cow, that dude, he really loves it. I know he never stopped playing it. He didn't leave and go play PoE. He stuck right with Diablo 4. I'll tell you what, he is probably one of the best. I mean, and I said it when I was a partner. He's probably the best partner Diablo 4 could have ever rounded up. He's such a good guy, man. Everything he says is very positive, and he'll find a positive in everything. He's just. Yeah, he's a great guy. That's nice, man. I'm telling you, Cliptus is a good guy. Are you going to play the new season of Diablo 4? I will, and I will not play PoE 2. I hate PoE 2. I'm a big PoE 1 guy. Love it. Love PoE 1. Hate PoE 2. Absolutely. Somebody was asking me if I'm going to play. I'm like, I'll play Diablo 4 season 11 for sure, but I ain't touching the PoE 2. I played it.
It is not ready yet.
I played it. I just hated it. Why is that door not opening? What did I do? Yeah, I mean, I played it a few times after several patches, but it's always a struggle for me because I just hate it so bad. But you know, PoE 1, I'll go play. I love it. I mean, we left it to come play this stuff because we'd already pretty much flew through the PoE 1 stuff. I mean, we could have gone higher in maps for sure. For sure, we could have pushed that envelope a little bit more, but you've done it. I've done it for so many years, and I'm like, you know what? I want to go play something else. I really do. Yeah, but I thought this season in Path of Exile 1 was underwhelming. It was kind of cool that you can grab those, you know, put the arms in your back, and but boy, did it get old real fast. And they've done that same thing, that gimmick before in the past. Not quite the same way, but very similar. Full Barb Diablo 4. Hodo Barb S tier. Yeah, Barbarian got a lot of buffs, man. It's going to be a beauty. Well, everything did, really. I think the Necro is going to be super, super tough. I think the Sorcerer got the Serpentine aspect back. That's going to open up Hydra to be just freaking incredible again. Yeah. And I love playing Hydra. All right, which way am I going here? What am I doing? What am I doing? Use the Nepal guide so that the path to find the passage to the ruins of Quirkus. I already did that. Well, see, I during the first few seasons, I did every class. Season 6 was the first time I stopped doing that because I absolutely hated season 6 with the Spiritborn being so broken. And then I kind of started only doing 1 or 2 classes. Now, last season I did 5 because I really enjoyed that Chaos Gear. I thought that was pretty cool. But even that got boring when I left and went and played PoE1.
How could all signs of these Nephilim be lost, but for the record of this single tome?
Oh my God, bro. That dude is such a shill, dude. Holy cow. I can't. He's such a shill, bro. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. He is the biggest sellout of them all, man. I mean, I'm sorry. I just being a partner and leaving the partner program, I can tell you things, and I'm just like, this guy.
That ability is not yet unlocked.
I wonder if these pages hold the key to unlock them.
Okay, well, that's good. I don't hate him. I don't hate him. Again, I just think you know, let me say this. If you go through my videos, and I'm not gonna say exactly what year and what month, but if you go through my videos, I called some of those exact guys out in a video, and you've seen the video. I didn't really name names, but I gave enough evidence that if you followed those people, you knew exactly who I was talking about. And those 2 that you just named, and I'm not going to say the name, and luckily nobody can hear you, so I can only hear you. But those 2 are the exact 2 I was calling out, saying, listen, man, if it's shit, you can't call it pink. You have to call it shit. And instead, you're telling everybody it's pink. It's not pink, it's shit. So let's be honest and tell people it's shit. But if you're a partner, which, you know, I left the program, and if you're a partner, what they tell you is you can say whatever you want. You can make it negative, but you have to make it a positive negative. You know what I'm saying? You have to be able to say, I hate the color white because if you would make it blue, it would do this. You always, and I just said, I told him, oh, I can't, I'm not going to do that. But yeah, that happens a lot. And there are some people that are really worse at it than others. Slager is a great streamer. I think Slager is another one that is a great partner. I think that he does very well at telling the people the truth, but also walking that fine line that Diablo says he has to walk. Yeah, he plays all kinds of games. Yeah, he plays some games that you've never heard of. Yeah. He plays a lot of crazy games. I like him a lot. I think he's another him and Cliptus, I think. There's a few of them. There's a few of them that are very new partners now. You know, because a lot of partners left. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, so that isn't that kind of weird that why would you stall the release to announce it at the awards of the gamer thingy tonight when everybody already knows. And it's kind of like, you know, dude, you guys delayed the release for 2 days because this announcement was going to be so awesome, but everybody already knows. So how awesome is it really? I mean, I don't know. I personally thought that was kind of weird that they delayed it. But again, they had planned that the original whole plan was the DLC was supposed to come out 2 weeks after season 11, and it was supposed to be available for Christmas. It was going to have the Paladin, blah blah blah. Now we're going to get the Paladin for season 11, which I guess that's good news. Give us something new at least to do. I gotta tell you, it was crazy fighting Darrell in the open world and stuff on the PTR. It was just like, why? Well, this is weird. I didn't like it. I thought this is weird. But I guess it's just one of those changes you have to get used to. Obscure 33 is going to be a huge nominee. Yeah, it's going to get a lot of attention. I think Arc Raiders might get more attention than what a lot of people think it will, and mostly because you just look at the streamer awards. Burt Peanut was mentioned and did win in some categories, FPS. You know, I think that he's got a lot of hate on Twitter right now, bro.
We need answers more than we need revenge.
Yeah, everybody's hating on him bad. I think it's unfair. Isn't that funny? NetEase is taking over. NetEase is the ones that did Diablo Immortal, and it's just way better than Diablo. Well, Immortal's pretty old. You gotta remember, Immortal's. The Phantom was on there, huh? That's kind of interesting. Where's this thing taking me to? I was just in here. Now it's going to bring me back in here and bring me where? Yeah, Claire Obscura. That doesn't surprise me at all. Donkey Kong Bonanza is on there? That's interesting. Yeah, Claire Obscura is probably going to win quite a bit of stuff. Had Where Winds Meet come out a little earlier, it probably could have got a little bit more attention too. You know, the fact is it came out pretty late in the year.
Stay here, Laura. When it's done, you can rejoin.
Please tell me that Dune didn't get mentioned on anything. Oh, thank God, bro. Hated that freaking game, and there was this streamer that me and him he just didn't like somebody saying that the game was really boring and stupid after a certain point, and he just got all butthurt about it. And I'm like, okay, we kind of had a little battle on videos, and he kept saying, he swore to God. In fact, he has still on his site, I'm not going to name him out, but on his site, he still says Dune will be game of the year. And I'm like, I told him it won't even get mentioned. It's forgotten, bro. It's like a dead fucking game day one. Not day one, but I hated it. Really? You know, Battlefield 6 getting that nomination is really for best audio. I'll tell you what, you play that game, you can hear exactly where people are coming from. They did that so good. You played the beta, yeah. If they're coming from your left, you hear them on your left. Especially with earphones on, you know this dude's coming up behind me. You know.
I can't do that.
Yeah, I hope they win it too. I that would be good for them.
What you ask is impossible.
So what do they have nominated for best FPS game?
It cannot
I wonder what it's gonna be.
what you ask is impossible.
Ooh, that hurt. No FPS category. Well, that's weird, isn't it?
Bring the light of Zakarum to the heathen.
No, there should be a first-person shooter game, you know, but it's surprising that they don't. I'm very surprised to hear that.
Yet I have another purpose. The lost
That's very weird. It's definitely, you know, FPS is definitely a category that is highly played. That's oh yeah, it's probably just easy to pass right over.
What you ask is impossible.
Best multiplayer is what? Arc Raiders and Battlefield.
I will not do that.
Night Rain, okay, I played that. I didn't really enjoy it. I didn't really think it was. I thought it was kind of hurt the title, to be honest with you. I was like, this game kind of hurts the Elden Ring brand, in my opinion. But a lot of people did like it. I thought it was nowhere near like. I loved Elden Ring, but I didn't think Night Rain did it justice. But
Ability is not yet recharged.
well, some of those games that you were talking about yesterday, you know, like I showed you, I had early access to by the developers, and they wouldn't let me stream it because they had a stream embargo. But some of them, like that Arc Huron and a few others, they're gonna be good when they get out. I enjoyed playing them, but I could only play them for like 5 days. And now I've told those same actually the guy that was always contacting me, I told him I won't do embargo games anymore. I'm not gonna do them.
I must wait to use that ability.
The what? I didn't even know that was a category. That's stupid.
It is not ready yet. Your strength fails.
That's dumb. That has nothing to do with. Oh, wait. Are they saying the best adoption from a movie to a game? What's up, Marcy? A game to a movie. That's dumb. Why is that a category? I don't care. No, I don't think a lot of people are going to care about that. I remember back in the day when I was playing World of Warcraft, everybody was so excited about the World of Warcraft movie. And I'm like, are you serious? It's not even, I mean, okay. GTA 6, yeah, they just got delayed again. Yeah, I've heard about all of those games.
Your strength fails.
A lot of people were enjoying that Resident Evil. Trying to angry chicken for the first time. What? What's the angry chicken?
I must wait to use that ability.
I've never played any of the Resident Evils. I'm just saying that I've heard a lot of people talk about it, but I've never played. Oh, D3 Witch Doctor. Okay. Yeah, okay. Chicken for the first time.
It is not ready yet. I will not do that.
Yeah, burnt peanut got mentioned again. There you go.
The gods strike through me. What you ask?
Not on a burger bun. I got you. I'm sorry. Go ahead. What? Valorant and all of those games you just mentioned, they're highly competitive and very toxic. Every single game you just mentioned. Every single one. Highly competitive because they are esport games. And holy Lord, are they toxic. Genshin Impact, I used to stream that. I used to play it. I used to really like that game. As weird of a, I'm not an anime guy at all, but I really like, you played it? I really liked it. I really did. It was pretty interesting. But it's a little bit, it's so detailed that it's kind of like, wow. It can absorb a lot of your time.
That ability is not yet recharged.
It sounds like that game. Have you ever played Lost Ark?
You are defeated.
It was another game that when it first came out, it was very fun. But then it started going into these weird directions. And it just kind of, for me, I lost interest because it kind of got away from its base. And Lost Ark is super raid heavy. If you like doing raids, which I loved, it's what I liked about the game. But like I said, it kind of got lost along the way. And now
My strength has increased.
it's on there. Are you serious? So Dune got mentioned for innovation and accessibility? Well, who's competing against it? That's a big delay. Assassin's Creed, South of Midnight. Okay. So it'll win on all those. It'll beat all those games out. I think. But we'll see. I hope it doesn't. Yeah, I hope it doesn't win squat, to be honest with you. And I know that's kind of mean, but I freaking hated that game. And then when that freaking streamer decided to be a dick, we kind of went at war about it. And I told him, it ain't gonna get squat, bro. It's gonna be a forgotten game. And right now, you just go to viewership of it, and it has 0 viewers because there's nobody playing it. The best ongoing game? Oh man, they're gonna probably go old school to like maybe. I don't see how World of Warcraft could be on it, but possibly. What is it? Final Fantasy 14. Okay, well that kind of makes sense. That's got a lot of Fortnite. All right. Helldivers 2. Oh, I'm glad to see that on there. I do too. I play it. I have it. I haven't played it in forever though. It's a hard game. Marvel Rivals, I've played that. That's Marvel Rivals is another very, very, very toxic game. I think I played No Man's Sky too. Yeah, I do remember that game. It's so big. It's got a new resurgence right now because I think they did some new season or something.
Not accept the fact
I-
that we may choose our own path. At least demons
Yeah, it was a hard game.
rigid in their beliefs.
Another game was The Cycle. I was actually that developer contacted me and asked me to be an early play tester for that game, and I loved it. But oh my god, was it very toxic too? Oh, best community support is Baldur's Gate 3. All right, that makes kind of sense, right? Oh. You gotta get out of there, bro. What are you doing? You're gonna die, idiot.
He's not ready yet.
I'm trying to face tank these people and I can't. I need to figure it out that you can't do that, dude. Like that right there. Super dumb.
I will not do that.
Best independent game, Clear Obscure. That makes sense too.
Diablo sent me a
This is Adria. Adria.
That ability is not yet recharged.
See, what I don't like about Clair Obscure and a lot of games, I don't like the turn-based games. And isn't Clair Obscure a turn-based game? That's what I thought. So's Baldur's Gate. That's why I could never get into Baldur's Gate either. It's just that whole...
I must wait longer.
Really? Really?
It cannot be done.
I know my brother-in-law, my son-in-law loves that game, and I don't think he understands Dungeons and Dragons at all.
Wait longer.
And he actually contacted me and asked me, "Hey, switch to Baldur's Gate so me and my daughter can play with you." And I'm like, "No." I hate that game.
Must wait longer.
I'm like, I don't want to play it. And he's like, "Oh, it's so absorbing. The story is so good." And I'm like, "Bro, you're talking to a guy that I could care less about what the story is."
I must wait to use this ability.
Oh, he's gonna hurt me so bad. I gave my whole VR setup away to my wife's, one of her best friends, because they had kids. I'm like, "You can have it. I don't use it." I was gonna save it for the grandkids, and I'm like, by the time they get old enough to use it, there's gonna be something way cooler. Uh-oh, what? Whoa, what? What's uh-oh? Really?
I must
Have you
rest
played
my-
Doom? Did you like it? Okay, that's weird because a lot of people were saying they did like it, and then I heard a lot of people say they hated it. It's kind of gotten a lot of different types of reactions. Yeah, some people said they hated it, and some people said they absolutely loved it. So I'm not surprised to hear that it's nominated for an award, because from what I read, it had a really pretty big following, but I don't know. I never played it. Well,
Diablo will return.
well, maybe that's what they were going for. That's interesting. Maybe that's why people liked it, because it was
Finds
more open worldish.
in your heart of hearts. You know this.
Yeah, I remember. That was a long time ago, bro. That was a long time ago.
Malthael is in Pandem.
No doubt, Malthael can
Behind.
The only way.
Wolfenstein, yeah, I remember that too. High school. Oh my gosh, high school. Brought my wife to go to a high school reunion. First thing the people said. First, I haven't been back. I went to school in a little tiny town in Iowa, right? Little tiny, 13 streets. Okay. Everybody knew everybody. Kindergarten through 12th grade, all in the same building. We go to this high school reunion. I hadn't been back for 25 years. First thing this girl comes up and says, I introduced my wife to her and everybody, and she says, hey, did he tell you that he threw the principal out the second floor window of the school? And I'm like, what the hell are you telling my wife that for? I didn't throw the principal out the second floor window of the school. And she's like, yes, you did. I said, no, I did not. I held the window open and Sean threw him out the window. And she's like, yeah, he went out the window and he broke his arm when he hit the ground. And Brian got suspended. My name's Brian. You know, Brian got suspended and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, yeah. It's like, okay, well, that shit did happen. Yeah. When I showed you guys because I wrote 3 books. So when I showed you guys my books on Amazon, it had my name on it, which I'm like, I don't care if people know my name. It doesn't matter to me at all. I will do D4. Yep. But it's going to be, now it's delayed till Thursday because they're going to be announcing the Paladin being released tonight. Whoa. What was that first one? Best action adventure was what? Oh, Death Stranded 2. Okay. Well, I heard that game was awesome, bro. I never touched it, but everybody I talked to that did play it said Indiana Jones was awesome. It's not one of those types of games that I want to play, but a lot of people that like that type of, they loved it.
Not far from here. Meet me there, and I will show you what must be done.
Yeah, Claire Obscure is gonna sweep a lot of awards tonight. It will. Monster Hunter Wilds is on there. Interesting. I played that. I didn't really like it, but I just thought it was. I didn't really like it. I just didn't like that mount. The way that I just thought, man, the controls are really jinxy on this game. And once you got used to it, it was okay. But I still just had a really hard time getting into the game. Mortal Kombat for best fighting. Tekken, is Tekken on there? Yeah, Tekken 7 I think came out this last year.
We do not have the luxury of time.
Huh. What about best racing or simulator? Well, I don't know what they would call it on that awards. I wonder what's on there for that. Okay. Mario Kart World is supposed to be awesome, bro. Everybody has been just, but you can't get it. It's only available on one thing, I think. Yeah. But yeah, everybody, I'm gonna die. Okay, I like that. I have that game. F125. It's a fun game. That's why I was saying yesterday, I've been thinking about getting my steering wheel and racing chair out because I missed some of those games. Okay, I'm full. All right, what do we got? Boy, that game keeps coming up. Jurassic World Evolution 3 keeps getting brought up. I've heard it brought up by a couple other people too about how fun that game is. I never checked it out. All right, I do play that. Don't know that game. Don't know that game.
Do you see the battering ram below?
I have never heard of none of those games, really. Maybe one.
Gates. But it is useless without the siege rooms that power it. You have won.
Your gratitude means nothing.
Oh, I know Slipgate. I play Slipgate. I love Slipgate. Slipgate 2 is out now. Yeah, I know Slipgate. Shit, I used to stream that game. I used to play it a lot. The first one was free.
That ability is not yet recharged.
Huh. Interesting.
It is not ready yet. It cannot be done.
Yeah. I used to really be into those games too. In fact, I'm starting to get back into them now because of the grandkids, you know, and I just bought some for Christmas, you know, board games to play with the grandkids because I told the wife they're going to be bored. I mean, we're going to have Christmas here, and then 3 days later we're taking off and going to Georgia to the cabin up in the mountains, and they're going to be bored. Yeah, well, I think though, because she's only 3, you know, so I got to get games that are kind of like, yeah, Candyland is one. Yeah, a lot of different stuff. Anyway, kind of bringing that whole era back. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I grew up on Candyland, man. I mean, holy cow. Yeah, I used to like Mousetrap too. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, that was the problem with that game. It was hard to keep all the pieces together. Because yeah. Yeah, I used to live on Monopoly 2 a lot back in the day, just as well. Whoa, what am I doing standing in that? Yeah, the magic hat or whatever it was. Yeah, all kinds of stuff. Yep.
I must wait to use that ability. Your flaws are revealed.
Yeah, nowadays, yeah, it's easy. No, this is Chris. This is Diablo 3, the new season, Reaper of Souls. It just started not too long ago. Diablo 4's new season will be Thursday, and we're gonna see the Paladin. So yahoo, that should be good news. So even if the season sucks, at least we're getting a new class. So, because the PTR sucks, but I know they made a lot of changes to it.
It cannot be done.
Oh, that would... No way. They wouldn't do that. Because they don't even have the... Yeah, I don't think so. That's going to be bogus. It would be too hard for them to control on day one release. You know, I don't think that that's going to be, especially now with it being so close. I mean, I don't think they could do that. I mean, I guess they can do whatever they want. You know, they can do whatever they want, but I can't see them tying Paladin into early DLC purchase, because think about it, even the Vessels of Hatred DLC, I just think they're gonna have a hard time controlling it. But you never know. You're right. I mean, Diablo can do whatever the hell they want.
That voice.
I hear nothing.
He's calling me. Pulling me somewhere.
Yeah. That would be, I think that would just be a bad move on Diablo's part if they did it like that. But, you know, I mean, it's Diablo, so yeah, I wouldn't put it past them. Let's hope not, but I mean, coming from the partner program and seeing how they literally would just ignore partners, you know, before I left was it told me everything. I was like, yeah, okay, these guys don't freaking care. They're making money already. They're for them, it's enough money. They don't care.
I must wait to use that ability.
Ooh, that guy hurts hard, huh?
He's not ready yet. You are defeated. That ability is not yet recharged. I must wait to use that ability.
My wife hates it about when I talk about mattresses, because I have a bad back just from sports my whole life, and so I've bought so many mattresses, and they're not cheap, you know. But I'm like, hey, listen, I'm like, we got 5 bedrooms, you know. What if the mattress? I'm sure we can find one to replace somewhere in the house. Oh my gosh, my wife gets so, it's kind of an inside joke with us. She's like, well, if I say my back hurts, she's like, oh God, we're buying another mattress. I'm like, no.
I will not do that.
They're not cheap, man.
Beneath the endless sky. What you ask is impossible.
Yeah, we've got those too. Yeah. Yeah, they're not cheap. Nothing for your mattress is affordable.
It is not ready yet.
Yeah, but isn't that odd? Because in some cases, depending on what it is on your back that hurts, they recommend a firm mattress. But it depends on your back, you know, where it hurts at. If it hurts in your lower back, if it hurts in your upper, you know, it depends.
That ability is not yet recharged.
Quickly now. Show them what you're
Yeah. Yeah, for that, yeah, so because I had my own, I was a full ride scholarship student, so I had my own trainer, and I'm going to tell you right now, for that hip bone thing you're talking about, you want to go and you want to stand against a wall, you want to lift one leg, you want to grab your knee and pull it to your chest, and straighten up, so you're back 1 minute. If you can do 30 seconds, even that's okay. And you'll see that if you do that every single day with each leg, that kind of that hip dysplasia that you might have, it eases it a lot. Yeah, try it. It's free, and you know, because I spent years with my own personal trainer because of sports. So many weird things they would have me do. I was like, wow, that works. What the hell?
That ability is not yet recharged.
Oh yeah, sure.
I will not
Yeah, and that also is, you know, causing some of your pain maybe too.
It cannot be done.
Yeah, but it should get, hopefully it'll get stronger. And yeah.
It cannot be done.
Yeah. Well, another way I'll tell you a way that works for me for lower back pain that I was taught by a chiropractor in college. And that's get on the floor and raise, like, if you're laying on the floor flat, right? Raise your right leg, not, you know, so it comes up like in a, but it's still on the floor, but it's one leg is up. Now take that same side and put your arm underneath your body, kind of your other arm, bring yourself up, put your arm under your body and pull it with that side leg up, and you're going to feel your lower back is going to pop. And then do it the other way, and your lower back is going to pop. Yeah, it works every time too, bro. It's a good method, and I'm telling you, I had so many injuries because I'm actually a little guy, dude, and they were having me play football, and I mean, I was getting hammered, but it was because I was so fast. I mean, I was like the fastest guy around in the Midwest, so all the team. See, I'm only 5'8". I'm little. I'm a little tiny dude. But I was the fastest guy there was. I mean, there was nobody faster than me at that time. Lost Legion, retrieve the battlefields. But I got hurt all the time. So, not only, because one of the things I did was I was a punt returner, kickoff returner too. And oh my God, I got hit so hard back then. I would wrestle too, and I had my deal was they would pay for everything in college as long as I wrestled and played football. So I'm like, okay. And so they had me, I would eat up to 140 pounds to play football, and then I would cut down to 98 pounds to wrestle. I'm going to tell you, bro, I was the happiest guy ever when my coach said you can go up to 105. I was like, oh, thank God. I got put in the hospital during Thanksgiving, bro, because I was watching people eat Thanksgiving and I just passed out, and they took me to the hospital, and the hospital told me, doctors told me you got to eat. And I'm like, nope, can't do that. I got to wrestle. Yeah, it was terrible, man. I've always said that if I would never, ever ask my son to ever do sports of any kind ever. Never, ever, ever. The biggest drug dealers in the world were the trainers in college, dude. I'm telling you.
Feel the wrath of Yitar. What you ask is impossible.
Oh, I love golf, yeah.
It cannot be done.
Yeah.
Your flaws are revealed.
Oh yeah. Easy. That was the only way I could have gone to college, so I had no choice really. And I went to college, and after I got out of college, I took a job in Chicago, and that was it. My career just took off. I mean, I ended up at a super young age, I ended up being in charge of a crew that was, multi-nations. We were in South Korea, Denmark, Russia, Ukraine. We were everywhere. Water's super huge every day. Drink, 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 and drink. You know what else is super important that most people don't understand is magnesium. It's huge. If you're in sports, man, they just talk about magnesium all freaking day long because it's kind of like your body healer. It heals your muscles. It can do a lot. But the problem with magnesium is you got to be careful because you can go into a magnesium shock if you take too much of it. And you can actually cause heart palpitations and all kinds of weird shit. I don't know. I know magnesium glycinate was the one that they were constantly preaching in college all the time. I think, yeah, that's different, yeah. Ruins of Dolmore. I don't know what the hell I'm looking for here, to be quite honest with you.
What you ask is impossible.
Yeah, I used to do that too, and pour them in my water when I worked. Yeah, same thing. Because I was always outside in the sun cooking, always.
I must wait to use that ability. It is not ready yet.
Yeah.
I will not do that. That ability is not yet recharged. I must wait to use that ability.
Yeah. Yeah, me too. Me too. I haven't, but I don't drink anymore at all, really. It's very rare. Very rare.
It is not ready yet.
I just got to the point where I was not really. I was like, why am I doing this? And I'm not getting any payback from it anymore. I don't.
It cannot be done.
Yeah, me neither. Me neither. Me too. Me too. Yep. Yeah, it's my wife had like a totally bad impression of me when we first met because she used to get actually really ticked off. One of our very first dates, we were in Chicago and we went to a bar, and you guys have heard me talk about it before where I was a kickboxer for what, Jesus God almighty, for like a lot of years. And we went to a bar and we're at this bar and this group won't stop bumping into me. We're sitting at the bar, me and the wife, and they won't stop bumping in the back of me and won't stop and won't stop and won't stop. And I tell the wife, let's just go. Let's leave. I mean, it's getting late. We've been here quite a while. Let's get out of here. This looks like it's going to be a problem. And yeah, so she's like, okay, let's go. So we walk outside. Now this bar has got a big picture window on the outside. We walk outside and we get right outside the bar, and these four idiots, huge dumbasses, drunk as hell, follow me out. I tell the wife, go to the car. And she goes to the car, bitching at me the whole time. I tell these guys, listen, man, this isn't going to end the way you guys think it is. I'm not just this little guy that you're looking at. I've been trained to fight. This is going to be bad. And they laughed. And probably within, man, I want to say 3 minutes, they were all on the ground, every one of them. All right. And so I'm walking away. I'm walking up to my car, to where my car is across the street. And as I'm walking there, the whole bar comes out. And I'm like, oh shit, I'm a good fighter, but I'm not that good. I'm in trouble. And this young guy, probably maybe just barely old enough to drink, comes flying out in front of the whole group and he says, "Holy shit, that was the coolest thing I've ever fucking seen. I've only seen that shit on TV, bro." That was the coolest shit I've ever seen. And I'm like, okay. Yeah, and I'm like, I gotta go. I know that the police are coming. And so I'm like, I gotta go. I get in my car, me and the wife, we go home, probably 45 minutes later, maybe an hour, police show up at my door. And I'm like, hey, listen, man, you know, I was protecting myself, you know, blah, blah, blah. They came after me. The cop says, they said, hey, we know. They're like, we already went and talked to the bar. Everybody says that you defended yourself. He said, however, we have to place you under arrest. And I'm like, for what? And he said, excessive force. I'm like, what do you mean excessive force? He goes, well, you put them all in the hospital. And he said, that was a little excessive. And he said, they've got broken jaws, they've got stitches, you know, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, guys, I hit these guys, each one maybe once. Now, it might have been with the heel of my boot, but, you know, I only hit them once. I didn't do excessive force. If you go back and talk to those people, they're going to tell you that. And he's like, we did. He's like, but it's still, we have to do it. Friday night, bro, they put me under arrest on Friday night. They bring me in, they put me in jail. I have to sit in there the entire freaking weekend. Yeah, man. Finally, Monday comes, they bring me to court, and the judge tells me all the charges have been dropped. Apparently, the guys that I beat the shit out of, they basically told them that, listen, you know, if you're going to take this to court, all kinds of stuff is going to get brought up, because he defended himself, and yeah, he may have hurt you badly, but you should have left him alone. The only thing I didn't have on my side during that whole thing was I warned these guys outside, but nobody heard me because everybody was still in the bar. It was just me and the wife outside. And of course, we're going to say whatever we can to defend ourselves, right? So, yeah, it's just, it sucked. And I kind of learned my lesson back then of, okay, you need to be even more careful than what you normally are. And ever since then, my wife has always given me grief. She's always says, you've always been such a violent guy. I'm like, what do you mean I'm a violent guy? I protect my own. That's all. I don't go out and pick a fight ever. I mean, but if you come at me or you come at my family, yeah, guess what? We're going to have a freaking problem. Just like my HOA right now, you know, guess what? They got schooled, they got spanked. The government told them you can't do that. But I don't pick fights, man. It's like, are you crazy?
With a gaping hollow at its core.
What is this? Realm of the Banished. I can go in there now, but
itself as a mere portal. Those who pass through it are trapped in a distant world.
why everything is lagging right now in this game too. I don't know why, but it's gotten really bad here. Well, see, I'm demanding that my daughter teach her two girls, self-defense. I'm telling her, I'm saying, listen, man, they need to learn it. It's good for them. It's going to teach them discipline. They're going to be able, you're not going to have to worry about them all the time. I mean, you're still going to worry, but. So they're like, you know what? You're right. You're right. Yeah, I'm in some weird. I mean, when my daughter was like 16 years old, we lived outside of Chicago at that time, and I was full custody, right? And she had this boyfriend, and they went out to the movies, and they come back like very soon after they left, and he just drops her off, and he leaves. And my daughter comes in, and I'm like, what the hell? You guys are back fast. And she's like, yeah, these guys tried to rob us in the parking lot. And I'm like, oh. And she's like, I kicked their ass, Dad. And I'm like, her boyfriend's name was Mike. And I'm like, well, what did Mike do? And she goes, he ran in the corner and pissed his pants. She goes, I kicked their ass, Dad, every one of them. And then I told him to drive me home and leave. I never want to see him again. I'm like, good for you. Like, I mean, even if you're going to get beat up, at least stand up and protect your girlfriend or the girl you're with. I mean, bro, it's like... I don't remember how many people it was because it was so many years ago, but I just remember her telling me the story, and I just remember telling her, you know what, that's why you're my girl right there. That's the whole reason.
It cannot be done.
Yeah, real bad for him. And she still lives in Chicago. She still lives in that Chicago area. Yeah, it's a rough place. So my daughter, same girl, same daughter. I have two daughters, but this daughter was, one day I'm working on her car. And I think I told this story one time streaming. And I tell her, hey, can you run up to Amoco, take my truck, and go get some antifreeze for your car? You need some antifreeze. So she goes up there, and she's taking forever to come home. I'm like, what is going on, man? Next thing you know, cop car, my neighbor was a cop, and a cop car shows up in my end of my driveway. And he comes walking up, and he tells me, are you the father of blah, blah, blah? I'm like, yep. He's like, okay, you need to come with me. She's in the hospital. And I'm going, oh shit, what happened? Did she wreck my car? And he's like, no, it's worse than that. I'll tell you on the way to the hospital. And I'm like, worse than that? He's like, oh yeah, it's way worse. So we get in the car, and he tells me that my daughter went to Amoco gas station to get gas. She went in, she grabbed the antifreeze, put it on the counter, and the guy tells her it was like $3.28, and she only had the $3. So she told him, okay, I'm gonna run out to my dad's truck and go get the 28 cents for you. She left the antifreeze on the counter. Now there was a lot of people in there, it was busy. This guy comes from behind the counter, follows her out into the parking lot. She doesn't know that he's behind her even. Grabs her by the back of her hair. She's a little tiny girl. He's 6'3", 250 pounds, 60 pounds. Throws her on the ground, stands on top of her as he beats her head into the pavement, and he's screaming at her, I'm gonna kill you, you stupid blonde bitch. Yeah, the cops show up. He won't get off of her. They have to literally, with guns pulled, he won't get off of her. They literally have to tackle him and get him off of her. So he takes me to the hospital. I see my daughter. Her face is huge. It's all purple, just purple. I'm like, what the fuck? So the cop goes, he's my neighbor. And he was the one that actually showed up, lucky me. And he says, I know where you're going because everybody in town knows who the owner of Amoco is. And he said, let me take you there. And I said, okay. So on the way there, he's telling me that this dude that did this to my daughter has got this major rap sheet of domestic and abuse to women, right? So, yeah, so he takes me to the Amoco owner. The Amoco owner is an old man. He lives in this mansion. I mean, he answers the door. He's bawling. He's crying his eyes out. And he's apologizing to me right away. He already knows, what's going on. He invites me in. And I'm telling him, dude, you do realize you're going to get sued like a motherfucker. You're getting sued. And he's like, I know. And I said, how do you hire a guy that's got this, according to this police officer here, with this rap sheet that's so big and he's doing domestic violence, violence to women, blah, blah, blah. And this guy says, well, you know more than I do. Because when we hired him just 3 days ago. We're still waiting for his background check to get back. And he said, and so I didn't know he had any of this. He said, and I needed somebody to fill the job. And he's like, I'm so sorry, blah, blah, blah. Well, anyway, long story short, my daughter sues him, wins huge, and sets herself for life for the rest of her life. Now, this poor girl, this poor girl, I'm gonna tell you, just a few years ago, is at her friend's house visiting her friend who has a little dog, and the little dog comes out of nowhere and latches onto her face and rips off a whole area of her head right off of her face, right at her eye, her whole eyebrow gone. Oh yeah. So now she's got to sue her friend because her friend is saying, I'm not going to pay for it. No, it's a dog. It's not my problem. It's, it's your dog, but they didn't care. So she had to sue her friend. She had to get plastic surgery. This kid, bro. She's had the worst luck that you could ever imagine. I mean, me and my wife talk about it all the time, that this kid, when she was born, she was just not blessed, man. Oh, dude, as a baby, her other sister, her big sister, gave her a potato chip when nobody was watching. She aspirated it, she coughed, and it sucked into her lung. A helicopter had to land on our road, had to take her by air to the hospital because she was purple and save her life. I'm telling you, man, from day one, this kid is just, I'm like, man, whatever curse is on you, I don't want it. Oh, bro, I mean, she is just worse luck, and such a happy girl. I mean, she's got such a positive, and now she's got that fibromyalgia, whatever shit, and she's in pain all the fucking time, bro. For no reason. You can't even explain why the pain is there. It's one of those things that people accuse you of faking, and it's like, listen, I know my daughter. She's in pain. My daughter does too. Yep, same thing. It's terrible. And I mean, my daughter's pain is real. Oh, you're going to die. I see her. I mean, I'm just like, holy cow. I don't understand how to help you. And it's just one of those things that there's just no cure for. It is what it is.
It is not ready yet.
Revel in your victory, my friend.
Phew. Bit half her ear off. Damn.
Not yet recharged.
Listen, I'm a dog lover, but if your dog is doing that, that's a fucking problem.
It is not ready yet.
But the saddest part about that, though, Heartless, is it's not the dog's fault. It's that asshole that kept him chained up and didn't give him any social skills. Yeah, he got off the chain and went and just created havoc because his whole life was on a freaking chain. Yeah, that's too bad. I'm a big dog guy, so. It's terrible, bro.
It is not ready yet.
Yeah, but still, I mean, you're always self-conscious about it. You don't notice it, but if it's on you, if it's on, that person notices it a lot. My daughter's very self-conscious of it, and I barely can even see it, but she's super self-conscious. Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
I can't carry anymore.
Huh.
It cannot be done.
I'll tell you, this game, some of these campaign or these missions or whatever, they're long as hell, man. Holy cow. Dude, like that one yesterday, I couldn't get it to end. I was starving and wanted to go eat. And I'm like, I could not get that stupid thing to stop.
Must wait to use that ability.
You had a BLT, yeah. I had a burrito. I ordered a burrito and it wasn't very good. I was kind of disappointed with that. That place is usually great, and I like, somebody new made my burrito today, I think.
It is not ready yet.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to get off of here soon myself. Oh, that's good. Get her cast off today. Woohoo. That's... Well, it takes a while too after getting it cast off because you haven't used it for so long that it's kind of stiffens up and...
Beneath the endless tide.
She should have like a... You should get her like a walking stick to use right after they take that cast off, because her leg... It's... Oh, does she? Okay, yeah, that'll work. Exactly.
I must wait to use that ability.
Right. There you go.
That ability is not yet recharged.
That has to be scary during a tornado, though. I lived in one for years, and it was always scary.
Beneath the endless tide. I must wait to use that ability.
Yeah.
That ability is not yet recharged.
Yeah. Oh, I only got one. Oh, man. Just finished GR 129 Wizard. Oh, awesome, bro. Oh. Yeah. Yeah, we had the same thing when we lived in Iowa. Same thing. Tornadoes all the time, and really no shelter that was going to be safe. But we did have a great big ditch, like you just said. The worst case scenario, we knew we could go hide.
I will not do that.
Well, I'll tell you, shipping container houses have been pretty popular these days.
That ability is not yet recharged.
Yeah. Ooh, I'm standing in this stuff. Oh, he's grabbed me. Oh, we're in trouble. We're in trouble. We're in trouble. Pop-Tarts. Pop-Tarts are the nuclear food. They never go bad. Yeah. First time my wife, I showed her a Pop-Tart because she's from Lithuania. They never seen Pop-Tarts in their life. A big delay right there. And she was like, these are like terrible. Like, what are you talking about? They can survive anything.
It is not ready yet.
All right, that was the second one. Now, find the entrance to the ram in the siege outpost. Okay. What, Lithuania? Yeah, Lithuania is... It's gonna be... You're gonna see it right on the edge of Poland and Latvia and Estonia. Yeah, tiny little country. So, interesting story about Lithuania. Lithuania, and my wife didn't even know this, and she's from Lithuania. Okay, so when you go to Lithuania, one of the first things you're going to notice as you're driving around, the country's beautiful, but you're going to see signs all over out in the country that say Jew killing site. And you're going to see that everywhere. Okay? Because the history of Lithuania is this. It used to be called Second Jerusalem, especially the city of Vilnius, all right? And it had lots of Jews, tons of Jewish people lived in Lithuania. But when Hitler took over, Hitler used Lithuania to practice his blitzkrieg, okay? And so he went to Lithuania and he told them, listen, I'm going to come into your country and I'm going to kill everyone. However, if you kill all the Jews first, I'll leave you alone and I won't do anything to your country. I'll leave you alone. So you either kill them or you segregate them and do something with them. So sadly, the Lithuanians decided, not all, because there's Lithuanians, there's good people, bad people. There's just, and who knows how you would have reacted during that time period, but they killed and got rid of all the Jews. And they were the one country that actually was able to get rid of nearly every Jew. Almost 99% of some of the Jews were gone. So when we're there, I'm this huge history buff. And so when we're there, before we go, I tell the wife, I want to go to this site, this memorial. And we go there and it's in the middle of the forest. And there's these huge pits that still exist today. And as soon as you get out of the car, you just feel this heavy. All right. And this old guy comes out and he's a Jew and Jewish. And he tells us, come in into this center and I want to show you some things. And, and so he talks English and I'm telling him that, listen, I'm a history guy and I know about a lot of this and this is what I'm looking to see. And he goes, come here. And he puts up these videos and they've got these people with kids on their shoulders, like they're at a carnival, surrounded groups of Jews and killing them and beating them to death. And they filmed it all. It blows your mind. And my wife started crying. My daughter started crying. They didn't know any of this. And this was their country. It's just, it's sad because Lithuania also, when they were one of the first countries to break away from Russia, right? They were under Russian rule forever. They were one of the very first countries to break away. And when they did, Russia came and started killing them all. So Ronald Reagan was the president then, and he sent troops over to protect Lithuania. My wife remembers it dearly, and she's like, you guys saved us. And when he came and he protected them, he gave the Lithuanians this thing called the lottery. And what they can do is they can put in the lottery system, and if they win, they get a free visa and all this stuff to come to America. And that's how my wife came to America. She won the lottery. And before she came, she did not want to come because she had a good life. She was an accountant. She had a good job. She had a great life. She had a home. She had everything. And people kept telling her, you need to go, you need to go. And she was scared to death to come here because in their country, the Russian propaganda for years taught them that we're evil. And if you come here, we're going to kill you all. We're going to throw you in jail. We're evil. And when she got here, she was very scared. And then later, she realized this is all bullshit. These people are awesome. They're not mean. Yeah, it's all propaganda, but it's propaganda that they're raised on and they believe.
It cannot be done.
So yeah, it's been interesting. being married to a Lithuanian. I say it all the time. It's never boring being married to a Lithuanian.
I cannot carry more.
I bear grave news, my friend. The sleep means if the stone
We can stay.
Yeah.
Malthael is fundamentally altering the Black Soul Stone. It will now pull in all the demonic.
Yeah, see, I couldn't say that.
whatever
Guten
plane
Nogan.
existence
Yeah, no way.
finds itself in. But mankind is born of angel and demon alike.
Yeah.
Every mortal, save myself, has demonic essence as an intrinsic part of their being.
It is not ready yet.
Losing that will rip their body and soul apart.
Okay. That was like me being in South Korea for so long for work. I learned to say, Sadaha na make Jew, buy one beer. Well, I mean, I said a lot. I spoke a lot of Korean back then because I was just there for so long. Yeah, there you go.
Not do that. It cannot be done.
Destroy those hooks. We can't move.
That ability is not yet developed.
Oh. See, my wife speaks a bunch of languages. She speaks Lithuanian, Russian, Polish,
I can't
and
do
something else. I don't know what the hell it is. And then when she came here, she didn't know that she could still be an accountant. And when she met me, I'm like, wait a minute, you have a bachelor's degree in Lithuania. You can get one, you can get your degree here and transfer your credits. And she didn't know that. So she transferred all her college credits here to an American university so then she could get her, degree in America, and people were more apt to hire her. And then the funniest thing is, we moved from my job, transferred me. I took a transfer to Florida. We moved to Florida from Chicago. My wife finds a job, 100% Lithuanians. How did that happen? She ends up working for a company that's all Lithuanians here in Florida. I guess now they got some Russians working there too, but it's just hilarious, man. I'm like, how the hell does that happen?
When I fought Malthael, what about this power? But you must.
And she loves her job. I mean, imagine now she can speak her home language, and she loves it.
My son.
In fact, I think what's today? I think tonight is their they're having their Christmas party. And I'm not going because it's always Russian and Lithuanian food, and I hate it.
I must wait to use that ability.
I try it all, but I don't like any of it.
Patriarch Anissa, it is you. I seek your wisdom. Malthael is protected by the Shroud of Death. I cannot harm him.
To strike at death itself, you will need more than my power. 3 other patriarchs were slain.
Right.
Malthael is free.
Yeah. It's funny because now Lithuania, if you go there, they've got McDonald's, they got everything. They've even got tacos now. They got. Yeah, me too. Me too. Yeah, I've tried a lot of different stuff. Being in so many different countries, yeah, honestly didn't have a lot of choice, to be honest. I mean, if you go to Korea, good luck. You're not gonna find. It's like I said. Well, now this was in 1988, so I was in Korea, and I saw a rotisserie across the street. It's like, oh, chicken, American food, something that's at least gonna be good. So I go running across the street. I go in. It's a cat. It's on the rotisserie. A cat. Oh yeah, a lot of that. When I was there in 1988, they still served monkey brain. So you go into the restaurant and there's all these tables with holes cut in the middle of the table. Oh, I'm gonna die. And I go, what the hell is this? Well, I didn't know. So I'm eating there, and next thing you know, as I'm eating, the tables next to me, they ordered monkey brain. So they bring in, now this is 1988. It's changed now since then. It's illegal now. But they bring in a live monkey, and they strap it underneath the table just so the top of its head is poking out. And then the cook comes in, and he's got this knife, and he goes tuk, 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 with a chisel all the way around the skull, tuk, 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 all the way around, right? And then he pops it open. Monkey's still alive. They now bring in a grill, and they put the grill on the table. So what they're doing is they got their chopsticks, they're picking pieces of the monkey's brain as it's alive, putting it on the grill, cooking it and eating it. And as they're doing this, you'll see the monkey will lose, like, oh, they ate this part of his brain, now he can't move his right arm. You know, oh, they ate this part now. It was probably the most horrendous thing I'd ever seen ever. It was now it's illegal, but I'm sure they're still doing it because the country is crazy. But anyway, another thing, the technicians, I was there training technicians and hiring techs so they could learn how to work on this equipment. The technicians decide they're going to take me out to eat and celebrate something, I forget what. And so we go out to eat, and it's a big fancy, really fancy restaurant. And they're like, hey, you got to go pick the meat I don't know if you've ever seen this, but in Iowa, and I don't know if they still have it, but back in the day, you could go to these restaurants and you could go in the back and they would let you pick your steak. And you could pick the cut that you wanted, and then they would make it, and all that. Anyway, I think that's where they're taking me because I don't really understand their broken English too well. And so they get me up from the table and they take me outdoors. They take me to this big fenced area in the back. And they're like, which dog do you want to eat? Full of dogs. And I'm like, what? They're like, yeah, which dog do you want to eat tonight? We will all eat the dog that you choose. I'm like, bro, I can't eat no fucking dog. I have dogs. I love dogs. What are you talking about? And they all start laughing. And they're like, what do you think you've been eating here the entire time you've been here for 9 months? They're like, this is what we eat. And I'm like, are you guys insane? You're kidding me? You didn't, yeah. It was like I was kind of like to the point where I'm like, well, I guess I didn't know. And there isn't anything I can do about it now. I'm not going to eat tonight. I told them I'm not eating this. But after that, I started eating all like seafood a lot of seafood, a lot of squid. Because I was like, man, I'm not eating your meat. I don't know what the hell you guys are giving me. Yeah, it was a trip, bro. I was like, wow, okay. But I'm going to tell you something about South Korea. They are the most optimized country. They don't waste anything. Nothing goes to waste. They eat it all. They prepare it in a way that you don't even know it's what it is. It tastes good. It's like, goddamn, I would have never guessed, dude. I was eating these things that kind of reminded me a little bit, looked like M&Ms, right? Little green things, and I'm popping in my mouth, and they're so freaking good. I mean, they're so good. And I ask them, well, big mistake. I ask them, what is this? And they're like, oh, those are caramelized fish eyes. What? Yeah, they're caramelized fish eyes. I'm like, oh my God, I'm gonna puke. But it was so delicious. When I was eating them, they were so good. If I would have never asked, I would have kept eating them. that whole bowl of them, I would have ate them all. Well, after they told me what it was, I was like, okay, I'm gonna barf. I can't eat it. It's an interesting country, dude. The people are the kindest people I've ever met, ever. They are so kind. And when I went, they gave me $1,000 extra every month because it was considered hazard pay, because they said, oh, they don't like Americans. They're not going to like you there. You're going to run into a lot of problems, blah, blah, blah. I never had a single issue, man. It was just the most polite people I've ever experienced anywhere. Okay. Yeah, Koreans people are just so kind. When I was there, I couldn't believe it. This is what you guys called him. Yeah. I still have my college football jersey in my closet. Yeah, I can't believe I still have it. And I think if I look long enough, I probably have my high school football jersey as well. I mean, dude, that's 43 years old.
My wounds are closing.
Yeah. Yeah, well, I have a bunch of stuff because I was featured in a lot of newspapers and all kinds of stuff. I was big time back then when I was a kid. Actually, my younger brother was very disappointed. Now remember, this was in 1985, 84, maybe no, 83, 84. My younger brother was disappointed because at that time there were some professional NFL teams that were interested in using me for kickoff returns and punt returns. Because again, I'm telling you, I'm so fast. So and at that time in 1983, you didn't make a bunch of money playing NFL. You didn't make shit. I mean, you made more doing what I did, going and taking a job and making $250,000, $300,000 a year because I would travel the country doing a job that nobody else wanted. As a professional football player in 1983, 84, you can Google it. You weren't making squat unless you were super good. A guy like me wasn't going to make nothing, you know. And I didn't do it. And to this day, my little brother will say, you should have done it. Why didn't you do it? I was always bragging about you, and I wish you would have done. I'm like, dude, I would have been injured on probably week 2 and out. But, I mean, back in the day, when I was young, I was so freaking fast. I mean, everybody wanted me because I was just incredibly quick. And that was the only reason. And the same was true with wrestling. The reason I was so good at wrestling is I was just so freaking fast. And I was a 100% counter guy. I stayed on my feet, and I would stay on my feet as long as I could, and I would put my feet out there for you, my leg, for you to take. You know, and I wanted you to try to take my leg. I was like, come on, here it is. And you know, and the way wrestling works, you're stalling if you don't. If you start taking a step backwards and you're not, you know, and I'm coming forward, you're going to get called for stalling and lose a point. But most of the time, it was the guys that scouted me, you know, and of course they knew that he wants me to take his leg. And when I do try to take his leg, he's going to do this. I mean, I was pretty well scouted guy. I mean, I was on the cover of the Predicament Wrestling paper. Holy cow, week after week after week. I mean, back in the day, So what I'm trying to say is, like you were saying about framing those jerseys and stuff, I have all these newspaper clippings still to this day. I have all of these medals, all of these things that I got, wrestling from winning NCAA tournament to, I mean, just tons of stuff that it's all in a plastic thing in a closet that I never show anybody. I mean, ever, it's, my daughter oftentimes has said, why don't you show people this stuff that you've done? And I'm like, why? What's the point?
I will not do that.
Yeah, I mean, the same thing is like, I wrote those 3 books and they sold out. They went into reprint, sold out again, went into reprint, sold out again. And now they're done. It's like, they're not going to reprint them again. I really, I will never see them reprint again. And my daughter always asks why. Why don't you, you own the rights. Why don't you, go to a different publisher? And I'm like, why? It had its day. People bought them. They read them. They loved it. Okay, it's done. There was 3 of them. One was called The Tree. The other one is called The Bastard's Plaything. And the other one is called Losing Innocence. The book Losing Innocence was the first one I wrote. And it actually got used by all the universities at that time in their English literature class. And that's what drove my sales. It wasn't because I was a great writer. It was because the universities picked up my book and they told the students that this is what they were going to use for English literature. And it got carried over to university to university. And of course, that makes your sales. So then what happened is all these universities invited me to come out and speak to the students every semester. And then the students would ask me to sign their book. And now if you go to Amazon, the only books you can find are ones that are signed. And they're for like some astronomical amount, $800, something stupid. And it's like, okay, like some. Okay, there you go. You have $7.82. Somebody's selling a used one then. All right. And so, yeah, there's 3 of them. And once you click on that, if you click on my name right there, it should bring up the other 2 books automatically. Yeah, it should bring up the other 2 books automatically. There's a lot of Brian, a lot of that name there. There's a lot of them.
It is not ready yet.
Yeah, see, it's bringing you to other, because mine is, like I said, The Tree, The Bastard's Plaything, and Losing Innocence. Those are the 3 books. Sometimes if you type my name, and with the name of the book, it'll pop up. Because like I said, there's multiple names, same name.
What you ask is impossible.
That's not me, no. Like I said, yeah, it's exactly the same, right? But it's a totally different guy. Okay, that's me.
I must wait to use that ability.
Nope, that's not me, nope. Yeah, there's a lot of...
It cannot be done.
Season 11, I think it's going to be interesting. We're going to see Paladin. They're going to announce the Paladin is going to be tonight. I think we're going to hear about it. I think they need to do it because, a lot of people were hating on the PTR. I'm sorry, what did you say, Heartless?
My injuries are too severe.
Karen? That's not me either. I wish it was.
My strength
But
returns.
no, I didn't write that book. They're used because it's out of print. It's sold out. It's sold out 3 times. All three of my books sold out 3 times, and if you look, they were released in 2006 and 2005. So you're talking about 20 years. So every book you find on there now is used. Nobody has, nobody's gonna have them new. It's been too long. See, that's based on my life. That book is based 100% on my life, although I had to call it fiction because I didn't want to go to jail. And because if you read it, you'll see why. You'll see why. So Luna Dragon is saying that they're releasing the new class with pre-orders. That's exactly what we said that's exactly what you were just talking about. I think that's a huge freaking mistake. Huge mistake. That's going to turn people off big time. I think that's a bad move on their part, but it's their game. They're pissed off because they wanted that DLC at Christmas, and now they lost it. It ain't going to happen until, April. And so they're good. Oh, okay. Luna's just speculating too, like we were. She's speculating too. Yeah. Okay. Well, it could be. I mean, Blizzard is dumb enough to do that. I mean, we've seen the stuff they've done in the past. And it wouldn't surprise. I think it's a bad move, and I think it's going to make it even more. Yeah, we'll see. It's already very difficult to help people sometimes because if they don't have the DLC, well, guess what? You can't help them do certain things, they're not going to be able to go to the Undercity. But anyway, I don't know. Oh, it's going to be a Paladin / Crusader, Luna. That part we've already found out. The metadata has been leaked. They're calling it Paladin / Crusader, which makes kind of sense. But yeah, that they've already kind of leaked out, and we have found out that.
I cannot carry more.
But it's going to be interesting if they decide to go that route. I don't know if people are going to be happy with that. I think what it's going to be awesome. I think what they're going to do is because the Paladin Crusader, it's kind of, they're both holy. I think they're just going to tie the two together. And with the way it says Paladin / Crusader tells me that, yeah, it's just going to be a combination kind of thing, which is good. I'm happy with it. I think they have to do a new, they need to do a class release to keep people in. Season 11 PTR was so bad. I mean, yeah, they've changed it, but dude, it was bad. I mean, they took things out that were good things to take out, like, the unbreakable stuff, but still, it was terrible. I think you need to give that class to everyone if you're going to keep the players, but we'll see. It's their game. They do whatever they want, as we know. Yeah, it would try. It should drive up pre-sales, or it's going to have the exact opposite effect. Because, as I've heard streaming, so many people have said, I'm done with D4, I'm done with D4, I'm done. Just yesterday, we heard it over and over and over. Chumba, I've uninstalled it, I'm done, I'm never playing it again. I've heard it over and over and over. So if you do this and make people buy the DLC to play the new class, I wonder how many people that are on the edge are going to go, you know what, I'm done, I'm walking away. It's going to be, I know, that's why I hear you in my ear, and I know that's how you feel, and I get it. People are pissed off. They're like, listen, the game has been lacking in so much. It needs a win. Give this to everyone. But yeah, it is starts to become like a pay to win kind of bullshit thing, doesn't it? I agree, but hey, it's their game, you know.
Must wait to use that ability.
Everybody has to survive.
I will not do that.
Yeah, I played Diablo. Yeah, I understand you. I always thought I was a loyal fan, but when you do stupid stuff, it's hard to be too loyal to stupid decisions. But yeah, I mean, I've always said from day one that they got such an opportunity here. I don't understand how they keep missing it, but they do. I mean, when you play Diablo Immortal and it's done by NetEase, and they did Diablo better than Diablo Immortal are incredible. That big, huge worm you fight is the most incredible fight. And it's like, why is it that another developer did Diablo better than Diablo? That kind of was a big eye opener for me. It was kind of like, what the heck? Very unexpected. I really didn't expect to see NetEase, who is really known for pay to win, to come out and do a Diablo that I was impressed. I was super impressed with how well it was. Now, there were some pay to win elements of it, for sure. But we didn't pay anything. And we had a blast, didn't we, Heartless? I mean, we didn't pay a single penny, and we had so much freaking fun with that game. It was such... I kept saying over and over, I can't believe how good this game is. I can't believe how good this game is. I couldn't believe it. So, you know, yes, there are pay-to-win elements of it, for sure. But we didn't run into a single one. But that's because we said, okay, if I don't get the gems on my own, I'm not going to pay for them, period. You're right. You can only get. I'm higher than that, and I didn't pay for anything. But you're right, Luna. When you do get, there are some elements of the game, like I said, that definitely pay to win. But if you could get to the point where you've kind of locked yourself, where now all you got left to do is you have to have pay to win to even progress. That I will agree with. I seen that element there. But we avoided all of that. And I don't know how we got lucky, but we were able to avoid everything that was asking us to pay. And we ran into a lot of it. Oh. I just died, bro. The second time I've died in this game. Oh, that sucks. I wasn't paying attention. And I think you're not going to be the only one that's not going to want to do it. But we'll see. I mean,
that ability is not yet recharged.
Yeah, I hope that's not the decision they make. I really do. If they do that, it's. You know, I mean, I buy every DLC anyway, but I just think it's going to hurt the player base. I'm like, I hear you in my ear, you know, saying, hey, that's going to piss me off, you know, and that's going to be true with others that are going to be like, well, there's the straw that broke the camel's back. And you would think that the Diablo team should have been in touch enough with themselves after getting all the feedback they got. You would think they would realize that's just going to be a bad PR move if they go that route. Oh, yeah, I hate PoE 2. I'm not a big PoE 2 fan at all. I love PoE 1, but PoE 2 is just... I just don't like it. It's just way too easy of a game for me. I don't like it at all. It was funny when Naomi was on yesterday and she said, I finally played PoE 2. I left and went and played PoE 1. You're right. It's way better. I'm like, I told people. It's way better. Yeah, PoE 2 is simple, bro. I made videos. Go watch my videos on YouTube. People got pissed off because I showed them how to kill every single boss. They're so simple. PoE 2 is way, way simple. This game doing this because the new season's out. I haven't played this game in forever. But yeah, all Diablo games are easy. But PoE 2 compared to PoE 1 is just cake. Cake, cake, cake.
I must wait to use that skill.
He stunned me like a freaking long time right there.
It is not yet recharged.
I agree with you, Luna. I said the same thing. I said, you know, I thought PoE 2 was trash, but I said, and I will say this again, it will get better, I think, because that studio, CGG, is such a good studio that you got to remember PoE was developed for, holy cow, 11, 12 years. It'll get better. It probably won't get better enough that I'll play it, but I think it'll still improve. It's just natural with that studio.
It is not ready yet.
Yeah, they kind of nerfed it. I played quite a few, and at the beginning, PoE 2 was pretty hard. Freaking hard. You know, patch 0. Was hard. And then it started getting dumbed down and nerfed, and a lot of people crying about how hard the bosses were. And it just slowly has gotten dumber and dumber, and now there's 2 ways that you can win every single battle, including the Mad Wolf battle. I mean, and I showed them with a sorceress doing it. It's just every boss has the same. Yeah, with the Infernal Legion change, yeah, with that new patch, yeah. I agree with you, Apex. Yeah, they didn't. I said the same thing when I played PoE 2. I said, why wouldn't you make it? Yeah, D2 is another game that's not that easy. You're right. But my point about PoE 2 was, why didn't you give us something new, like an open world? You know, instead you're giving us these segment worlds, the same as everything was mirrored from PoE 1. Totally agree. Totally agree. You know, I just thought it had way more opportunity than what they gave us, but I caught a lot of grief from people saying it wasn't fair to compare it to PoE 1, and I'm like, what do you mean? They're the ones that called it PoE, not me. You called it a sequel. I ran right into this, not even thinking, like a dumbass. I gotta go back to town. Yeah, I liked the way PoE 1 sockets work. I like the fact that you have to really, really do some things to get 6-link, to get the right color sockets, I liked that. I thought that was kind of cool. And I really didn't like the ruin system in PoE 2. I thought it looked like I felt like an afterthought. Yeah, but again, PoE 2 is going to get better. It will. It's got years and years to go. Yeah, the Roa. Yeah, but I think they fixed that though, didn't they? Yeah. 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 Yeah, you can ride it. And they were supposed to fix it because it was pretty broken.
You really do love her.
You know nothing of love.
You'd be surprised. I've lost more love than you've ever felt.
Adam, was it one of the developers or no? Oh, Darth. Okay. I never did it either. Oh gosh, I got a ton of gear I'm gonna have to go through again. Ah, and it's getting to the point. Oh yeah, I'm gonna have to get off of here. Oh, I totally forgot my dog's not even in here with me. I have no idea what trouble he's getting into. Yeah, I got to get off of here too, bro. So, bro, keep your eye on that package. Make sure you let your family know that it's addressed to Heartless. Okay. It's real little. It's really little. I mean, it's just a little tiny box with everything inside of it. So, yeah, but it's supposed to be there Friday, I think. So I gave you the tracking number. That way you can watch and make sure when you see it. Perfect, bro. And then let me know what happens. And if that doesn't work, then what we'll do is I'll have you send you. There's a little instruction sheet with it. It's brand new, bro. I never even used it. It's brand new. It's brand new. I never even used this. It's been sitting in a drawer for life. It's a nice little unit, and you'll see the instructions. You're just gonna plug it in your USB. It may see it automatically, and you may not need the drivers. If it doesn't, then you're gonna have to install the driver. It'll tell you what to do. It'll walk you through it. And then if that doesn't fix your problem, what we'll do is we'll do the next step, and you'll have to send your computer here. I'll see if I can fix it, which I'm sure I can. And then I'll just package it right back and send it right back to you. If I can't fix it, again, I'll send it right back either way. But pretty sure I know what the issue is. What I sent you might fix it, but I doubt it. I think it's going to need me to go in and look at your drivers and things like that. But I wanted you to try that method first. All right, man. I'm out of here, everyone. Thank you for joining me. We will be back again tomorrow. Until then, please be safe and be kind and take care. Thank you, Luna. Appreciate it. Take care, Heartless. Take care, Anxiety, Apex. Everybody be safe, be kind. Adios, adios.